What if your next grocery trip depends on Washington's decisions? Discover how a government shutdown could freeze or cut off SNAP benefits, and what millions of families can do right now to protect their food security before it's too late. Remember to like and subscribe for more Money Smart Basics videos. If you have any suggestions for financial literacy topics, please leave a comment. Stay until the end to receive a bonus tip. Across the country, millions of Americans who rely on food assistance are facing a new threat. Their SNAP benefits may not arrive in November. States from Pennsylvania to Texas are warning residents that a continued federal government shutdown could halt the flow of money for the Supplemental Nutrition Assistance Program, or SNAP. The USDA, which oversees SNAP, has already told states there may not be enough funds to cover full benefits if the shutdown drags on. This warning has sparked concern for families already struggling to make ends meet. A halt in benefits would have an immediate, severe impact, forcing people to choose between paying rent or buying food. Most SNAP recipients live at or below the federal poverty level, making them especially vulnerable. Many recipients already work, while others, like children, seniors, and people with disabilities, cannot. For these groups, losing SNAP would be devastating. The White House and USDA have offered little guidance, leaving millions in limbo. This is more than a political issue. It's a direct threat to food security for countless households. As states wait for answers and families watch the calendar, the question of whether help will arrive remains. The coming weeks will determine if this crisis can be avoided, or if millions will face empty pantries as the holidays approach. The stakes are high, and the impact will be felt in every community. SNAP is a lifeline, and its future now hangs in the balance. SNAP, the Supplemental Nutrition Assistance Program, is the nation's largest anti-hunger program, serving over 40 million Americans. Each month, recipients get about $187 loaded onto an EBT card, which works like a prepaid debit card at grocery stores and farmers markets. SNAP helps low-income families, seniors, people with disabilities, and especially children access healthy food. For many, it's the main way they can afford groceries each month. SNAP is federally funded, but managed by individual states, creating a partnership to deliver benefits efficiently. The program not only fights hunger but also supports local economies. Every SNAP dollar spent helps grocery stores, farmers, and jobs in communities nationwide. By bridging the gap between limited income and rising food costs, SNAP improves food security and public health. It's more than a supplement. For millions, it's the difference between hunger and hope. The program's reach is vast, touching nearly every corner of the country. SNAP is a quiet but powerful force against hardship. Its stability is crucial for millions who have nowhere else to turn. Getting SNAP benefits to families is a carefully timed, tech-driven process. Each month, state agencies prepare electronic files listing who gets benefits and how much. These files go to private vendors who load the correct amount onto each recipient's EBT card. The goal: make sure benefits are available at the start of the month so families can shop without delay. At the store, recipients swipe their EBT card, and the system instantly checks their balance and approves the purchase. This seamless process happens millions of times a day, ensuring families can buy food when they need it. But the entire system depends on a steady flow of federal funding. If the USDA can't provide money to the states, the process stops cold. No files go to vendors, no money loads onto cards, and families are left without support. It's a delicate chain. One break, and the consequences are immediate. That's why the current shutdown is so alarming for those who depend on SNAP. The government shutdown has thrown a wrench into the normally reliable SNAP system. The USDA has told states to halt preparations for November benefits. No files, no payments, no guarantees. This pause means major delays are likely if the shutdown continues. For families who plan their budgets around SNAP, even a short delay can be catastrophic. The shutdown has broken the link between federal funding and families' dinner tables. With little communication from federal officials, states are left in the dark, unable to reassure worried families. Recipients like Deb Powers, a 66-year-old who relies on SNAP, face the prospect of losing access to healthy food and being forced to buy cheaper, less nutritious options. Her story is just one of millions, proof that a political standoff in Washington has real harmful consequences. The uncertainty is spreading, and the stress is mounting. State agencies are caught in the middle, waiting for answers that may not come in time. The SNAP system is only as strong as its funding, Right now, that strength is in serious doubt. In a crisis like a government shutdown, SNAP is supposed to have a backup contingency funds. These reserves, set aside by Congress, act as a financial safety net for emergencies. The USDA's contingency fund recently held about $6 billion, enough in theory, to cover benefits and keep the program running temporarily. The purpose is clear: prevent millions from going hungry when politics disrupt normal funding. These funds are meant to bridge the gap until the government reopens, but having a safety net and using it are two different things. The USDA must decide whether to tap into these reserves. The money is there, and the rules allow it. The question is, will the agency act in time to protect families? The answer could determine whether SNAP benefits continue or come to a sudden halt. Despite the available contingency funds, the USDA has stayed silent on whether it will use them for November's SNAP benefits. This lack of communication is fueling anxiety among families, states, and advocates. Many experts argue the USDA not only can use the funds, it may be legally required to do so. Mayors and advocacy groups are urging the agency to act, warning that a failure to do so would create an immediate crisis in communities nationwide. In past shutdowns, the USDA found creative ways to keep benefits flowing, but this time, no such steps have been taken. Some wonder if states could cover the costs, but the price tag is enormous and reimbursement is unlikely. The responsibility, and the power to prevent disaster, rests with the federal government. The pressure is mounting, but the silence continues. Millions wait for a decision that could shape their next meal. The shutdown's impact goes beyond SNAP. It threatens other vital programs like WIC, which serves 6.7 million pregnant women, new mothers, and young children. WIC provides healthy foods, baby formula, and nutrition education to families in need. The National WIC Association warns that without new funding, some states could run out of money as early as November 1st. Emergency funds from the White House are nearly exhausted, and $300 million more is needed just to keep WIC running for 2 weeks. In November, if funding isn't approved, states may have to turn families away or stop providing food benefits altogether. For parents relying on WIC for baby formula or milk, this is a terrifying prospect. The loss of both SNAP and WIC would create a perfect storm of hardship for low-income families. The shutdown exposes how fragile the safety net really is. The consequences would ripple through communities, affecting health and development for the youngest and most vulnerable. The stakes for families are higher than ever. Behind the headlines are real people whose lives are upended by the threat to food benefits. For a single mother working a low-wage job, SNAP may be the only way to buy fresh food for her kids. An elderly man on Social Security uses his benefits to buy basics like bread and milk. Without them, he must choose between food and medicine. These impossible choices are the reality for millions. The impact on children is especially dire. Families relying on WIC for baby formula could face an immediate crisis if benefits stop. Parents might be forced to water down formula, risking their child's health. The consequences of a shutdown aren't just short-term, they can affect a child's future. These stories reveal the human cost of political gridlock. For those living on the edge, losing food assistance could push them over. As the shutdown drags on, families watch with dread, hoping for a solution before their cupboards go bare. Their voices remind us what's truly at stake. As the shutdown continues, more than 40 million Americans face deep uncertainty about their next meal. SNAP and WIC are not just budget items, they're pillars of our fight against hunger and poverty. These programs ensure children can learn, seniors can live with dignity, and working families can put food on the table. Every SNAP dollar spent supports local economies and jobs. When benefits are cut, the effects ripple outward, hurting families, businesses, and charities alike. What happens next depends on decisions in Washington. Will Congress fund the government, or will the USDA use its contingency funds? If not, families and states will be left to face the consequences alone. This crisis highlights the importance of a strong social safety net. For millions, food assistance is not about politics, it's about survival. As days pass, families hope for a resolution before their lifeline is cut off. Congratulations, you made it to the end of the video. With that, you are ahead of 90% of most people in America. Here is the bonus tip that we promised. Don't wait until benefits are disrupted. Start building a small emergency food reserve now. Stock up on non-perishable items like rice, beans, pasta, and canned goods while prices are stable, so your family stays secure if SNAP payments are delayed during a government shutdown. The information provided in this content is for educational and informational purposes only and should not be considered financial, legal, or tax advice. Always consult with a qualified financial advisor, tax professional, or legal counsel before making any financial decisions. The creator of this content is not responsible for any actions taken based on the information provided. Investments and financial decisions carry risk, and past performance does not guarantee future results.